Hi, sorry the lighting's a bit more intense today. I can only get one to work, so I'm going to have this moody shadow down one side of my face, but I can rest assured I'm not moody. The door went. All right, hang on, we'll wait for whatever's happening downstairs to clear. So my name's J-Turn, you can call me Jake, everybody does. And I thought today I would talk about what I like watching on YouTube. Now, I know that you guys know that I like making videos, that, you know, I love keeping you guys company and I like being able to like joke around with you and everything, but I thought maybe like, you know, turn it the other way for today and I'll just talk about what it is that I like watching. And we'll start from like the, you know, we'll start with like the stuff that you could probably guess, the stuff that you already know, and work our way to like the weirder stuff that you might not know. So first up is video essays. They're some of my like favorite things to watch on YouTube. Stuff like, you know, Philosophytube and Natalie Wynn, Hbomberguy and stuff like that. Like, I do really like those long form, really interesting videos that I often do have to watch like maybe 5 to 10 times for everything to actually sink in, because normally I'm also watching them because I have something else going on at the same time. They're just, I've reached that stage of my adult life where I know that like, I know my level of intelligence and I have a sensible modesty about it. And so I can appreciate listening to people that I know are far more academically intelligent than me and are more academically intelligent than I'm probably ever going to be now that I'm at this stage of life. And that's cool. Like, it's humbling in a way that like I'm super comfortable with. Like, I like that. It's like I have some friends who are like, you know, PhD, they're doctors and in their fields and stuff like that. And like, I can appreciate they're substantially more intelligent than me, but I don't take that personally. Like, I think there are different kinds of intelligence, right? I like to think I'm kind of, maybe my intelligence is in like being quick-witted and stuff. That sounds really like, that sounds really big-headed. I don't mean it like that, but I think if there was an area that I think my cleverness, you know, I think my type of cleverness definitely isn't books. But, you know, talking of personalities, like say people like Natalie Wynn and stuff like that. I also like media analysis. So YouTubers like Lindsay Ellis, Sarah Z, Jenny Nicholson, all of them, I think they're completely fantastic. All Folding Ideas. Folding Ideas is a very good channel. Jenny Nicholson is like my watching junk food, right? I could watch hours of Jenny Nicholson whilst I'm doing anything. Like, I just think that she's really funny. I think that she's really intelligent as well with the kind of like plot analysis and stuff that she makes. Jenny Nicholson is very much like an inspiration as well for my hey, have you seen videos, you know, when I'm like watching a film and then sort of like relaying it to you. I find that really fun to do, and like the format is kind of inspired by Jenny Nicholson, and I really want to do more of them in the future. It's just getting myself to like sit down and watch these films when normally like whatever little spare time I have left these days, I dedicate it to gaming. But maybe I should be doing that kind of thing for gaming, right? Like recalling the plot of video games and stuff in the same way as I did for like, you know, I did one on, what was that film where Gerard Butler can control the weather? What's the name? Geostorm, oh, what was it? Geostorm 2012, Jupiter Ascending. They were all like so fun to watch because I don't dislike bad films. Like, I was not offended by the poorness. And also I think Jupiter Ascending is just good. I don't think it is poor. But anyway, you can watch those videos if you're really interested in that kind of my opinion on those. But as well as media analysis, like I also like, you know, not just general media analysis, but like dissections, like stuff about like, what really got me into video essays was watching videos about Avatar, The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. Because I'm just like obsessed with those. I love watching people piece together and pick them apart. Speaking as we were of video games, a couple of sentences ago, I think, I do also like watching Let's Plays. Not for games I'm going to play, does that make sense? There are a couple of like gaming personalities that I like watching, and I like watching their Let's Plays, like Monster Factory with the McElroy brothers in particular, and basically anything else that the McElroys did for Polygon or anything like that. But I'll watch Let's Plays of personalities I like playing like silly little video games. Much in the sense that I did this past week with Santa Claus, right? Like it's a silly little game that cost me like 79p or something like that, that people probably aren't going to play but can just enjoy with me. Those kind of stuff I love. Like I really love watching people play low budget games and stuff. It's just kind of like a comfort blanket, right? And it's just super easy watching, like really easy watching. So moving down the scale, right? Those are all like the ordinary things. I do also like ASMR videos, but in like a kind of specific kind of way. I like ASMR videos that keep me company. I don't like ASMR videos that are packed with triggers. I don't like, you know, squelchy mouth sounds. I know there's a huge trend of ASMR videos being like this close to the Blue Yeti mic and you can barely hear what they're saying. It just sounds like squelches. And like, that doesn't make me, I don't like that. But that kind of expands into like mukbang videos and stuff. Again, like I think what I like most about YouTube is watching people that keep me company. Does that make sense? Because I've normally like, I'll be like playing something. Like I'll play Hearthstone or something and have some ASMR on in the background. It's just someone rambling, right? Like it's just someone chatting in a way that's just kind of like, you know, they're not on, they're not switched on, they're just chatting with you. And like, I like that. I like sort of having a little window into people's lives when they're, no, I don't want to say when their guard is down. That sounds, that sounds really bad. But do you know what I mean? When they're not, I feel like mukbangs and stuff like that, and it has to be a very particular kind of personality because a lot of people doing mukbangs can be very obnoxious. I think that's maybe why I watch that kind of thing when it overlaps with ASMR, because they're people who aren't necessarily like really like playing it up, you know. It's just like having a little window into their life. Do you know what I mean? And I find that so fascinating and just nice to spend time with. And quite relaxing as well. That's why I use ASMR to give people an idea of what it's going to be. But when I make my relaxing videos, I don't plan to do triggers or anything. I just call them relaxing because I'm just going to chill out and like lower my mannerisms, lower my voice, do something simple and just chat while I do it. Like whether that's make the Lego ship or whether it's look through my Bionicle box, like just slowing down and mellowing out and giving people a chance to relax with me is the idea of those videos. And I don't try to like be ASMR. Maybe I shouldn't tag them ASMR because that's not, it's like I'm aiming for an accidental ASMR. There are lots of channels that sort of like aggregate videos that have like a accidental ASMR quality where they aren't people who are trying to trigger you, like tapping on stuff and squelching stuff and squishing stuff, because none of that gets me. That's really not my kind of thing. I just like to chill with someone. You know, that's the kind of ASMR I like, where I'm just chilling with someone. I like internet deep dives as well. I don't know how far these overlap with video essays, but there are channels like Down the Rabbit Hole, Atrocity Guide, that do these kind of deep dive videos into both real world topics and also internet culture. And I kind of have this fascination with the documentaries on internet culture and those kind of deep dives. And it's part of why I also found Natalie Wynn's video on cringe so interesting as well, because it dives into similar kind of areas. And sometimes they cover weird kind of topics that lead into another thing that I really like watching on YouTube, which is the last thing I'll talk about, which is kind of like, I don't know how to describe it other than weird, sometimes occult stuff, right? Like, I like watching YouTube videos of someone like spinning, someone trying to sell me something, someone spinning a yarn of something that they truly believe. Really interests me in a way that I find really hard to put into words. Like I have a kind of fascination and appreciation for videos like people who have a channel based around the angels they talk to, people who have a channel based around the fact they believe that like the earth is the inside of a sphere, people who you know, do Reiki healing, people who do faith channels. Like, I just find those kind of things really fascinating. Like, certainly not in a, you know, not to laugh at or anything like that. That's certainly not it. I mean, no insult in my like appreciation of these kind of weird channels, right? I keep hesitating to use the word weird because that implies an insult, which I really don't mean to do. But I love watching these kind of very niche, weird subsections of YouTube. Oh, reborn dolls is another one. Like watching people's people, you know, like showing their reborn dolls or something like that. You know, sometimes you get reborn dolls that are made to look like a little goblin and stuff. Like, I find that so fascinating. Reborn dolls, magic, tarot reading. Also people who like create dioramas of their Marvel figures and stuff like that. People into quilting, people into organizing. Like, there are these kind of really specific channels on YouTube that sometimes have very small numbers, but are run by these personalities that just really sell to you. Do you know what I mean? And I can try and elaborate on this more if you like. Maybe you know what I'm talking about and you can relate. Maybe you also like watching like weird YouTube. Please tell me if you do, so I know that I'm not crazy. But like, that is one of my secret YouTube addictions, is just really like weird stuff that is out of the ordinary. People who believe in something different to myself and are convinced of it and talking about it casually, right? Like, I guess again, it's like having a window into someone else's life, into someone else's mindset, I guess. I don't know. So that was like a funny way to end it, right? Like, that's what I mean by like, we were going to begin with just the ordinary stuff and then just kind of like, you know, end up where we ended up. But yeah, let me know what kind of stuff you watch on YouTube. Because I watch quite a spectrum of stuff, as I've explained. And it would be really interesting to hear what kind of stuff you guys are into. Because YouTube is like a gift and a curse, right? It's full of a wide variety of stuff. Okay, bye.